I just wanted to take a moment to send you love and hope that you're doing well under these challenging circumstances. You know, if you're doing fear right now, if you're feeling sadness, if you're feeling even panic, I get it. Those were the only choices I thought that I had during challenges like this. And if you want to continue to feel that way, that's totally okay. That's normal. That is what the human race consciousness does. You go right ahead. If, however, you're looking to feel a different way, there are some options, and I wanted to share those with you. Aristotle once said, "Take charge of your thoughts. You can do what you will with them." From that, I get happiness as a decision. I just need to focus on my thoughts and only embrace thoughts that serve me well. Thought, feeling, manifestation. The thoughts that we choose to embrace affect how we feel, and then how we feel affects how we show up and how we act. So I just need to focus on the thoughts. Today, I'd like to propose to you one thing that I do on a daily basis that helps affect my thoughts. We're talking about having an attitude of gratitude. Sounds hokey, sure. And if it's too hokey for you, just turn it off and go back to whatever you're doing. You can continue to do fear, sadness, panic, judgment, envy, guilt, whatever the heck you're doing. But if you want to change while you're sitting at home or you're at your work desk, here's one option for you. There's something called a long gratitude list and a short gratitude list. Let's start with the long. At any given moment, maybe now's a good time, pull out your iPhone and go to the notes section. Or if you don't want to use your phone, pull out a piece of paper and do it old-fashioned and just start writing. Write down the date and then just start writing down every single thing for which you're grateful. Start with that you got up this morning. There are many people who died as a result of this virus or who died for many other reasons who don't get the ability, the gift of being able to take that last breath. So take a breath, take it in, and write that down on your gratitude list, that you were able to take a breath of air, that you woke up this morning, that all your limbs were there, and then fill in the blank. I'm not going to tell you what to be grateful for, but just focus on all those things. You're worried about food in the future? You have food now. You have shelter. You have toilet paper today. Write down every single thing for which you're grateful, and don't stop. Just keep going and going and going. And during that time period, it is impossible then to have other thoughts creep back in. If you're focused on gratitude, then the only thoughts you're going to have are those that serve you well, ones that make you happy. If you then stop and say, oh yeah, but I'm not going to have toilet paper in the future, I'm not going to have food, what about this, what about that? Then you're allowing those thoughts to dictate how you're going to feel again, and how do you think you're going to feel if you entertain those thoughts? Continue to strive to write down every single thought for which you're grateful. Grateful thoughts. I'm grateful that I have a place to come to work. I'm grateful that I have a wife. I'm grateful that I have children. I'll spend 10 minutes on each one of my kids alone. That's the long gratitude list. When you're doing that, you're feeling wonderful. It's like riding on a wave runner. You cannot be unhappy when you're riding on a wave runner. Similarly, when you're writing things that you're grateful for, you cannot be unhappy. Now, the short gratitude list is something that I also do every single day. Before I go to bed, I pull out my iPhone, and again, you can use paper and a pen if you want, and I go to the notes section and I write the date, and I write down the top 5 things for which I'm most grateful that occurred throughout the day. Keep in mind, you don't have to write down 5 things. You can write down 3 things. Studies show that 3 things alone can change your psychology and change how you see your life. You write down those things, and again, the only caveat is you can't repeat every day. You've got to come up with something new. So what was once, I'm grateful for my wife, has turned into, I'm grateful for my wife who gave me the opportunity to rub her feet on the couch tonight to make her feel good while we watched a Dateline murder mystery. It's got to be different every time you write it. What's happening is you're reliving those experiences that you had during the day that you're grateful for. What that's doing is you get a double benefit. You're reliving the experience, and also you're then planting the seed that the very next day you're going to be writing your list. So you're looking for ways, opportunities, experiences that can show gratitude, that can show love and happiness. So you start to live a life of gratitude. Again, you can ignore this. You can dismiss it as hokey, flaky BS. And that's totally your right. I would have done that probably a decade ago. Today, I'm looking for opportunities to change my thoughts, to change how I feel, to change how I act. In these challenging times, you got to try something a little out of the box. So for today, try a long gratitude list. Today, tonight, write a short gratitude list. And hopefully, you can choose to have a wonderful day.